Okay, so we're starting up on this cliff. I'm showing you that all I really have is a normal grappler, as well as a normal Direhowl. He's actually an alpha, which does help with the stamina, as well as I think it might help with Direhowl's specific movement tech, make him go farther, but I'm not 100% sure. So just a regular Direhowl, level 24, no condensation levels. I don't remember what they're called, I haven't played in forever. But anyways, we're just going to use Fierce Fang at the top of this cliff here to launch ourselves as fast as possible. We're going to cancel the Fierce Fang with a jump about halfway through the animation, and that's what we're doing here. It takes a little bit to get the timing down, but once you get the timing down, it's pretty easy. And now you want to go on top of, you want to get like a little bit of height when you do the grappler thing. Makes it a little bit easier to go further. So right before you hit the ground, you just want to pull out your glider. In this case I use hangyu because hangyu perpetually gains height, so you will never have to land. And then what I did right there is I refreshed the grappler timer by putting it in my inventory and taking it back out. So that's another thing that you can do. So I didn't get as good of a boost right there because I didn't go far enough with the grappler. So that was unfortunate, but I'm kind of showing you the different ways where you can do it. So here I go a little bit further, and do not open the parachute at the right time, but right here I go as far as I possibly can and open the parachute right before I touch the ground. I see an egg right here. That is no problem. You don't need any flying pals. You can just launch yourself up to the rock at an angle, cancel the grapple about halfway through, and then look the other way. Use that momentum to bounce off the wall. I played this game way too much, so I know exactly how the momentum works and everything, but seeing how I do it, hopefully you'll be able to emulate something similar. It's not exactly the hardest movement tech I've ever learned in any game. Something like well skating in Destiny is like a lot harder. But yeah, this is super useful. So I use my momentum to get all the way out into the ocean here, and now I'm out of stamina. What am I going to do? Now I'm going to pull out Direhowl and continue the journey with Direhowl's quick movement tech, and this is how you can get pretty much anywhere you want in the game at a very, very low level without even needing any sort of flying mount or anything like that. So, very useful. I bring out the grappler at the end to go up nice and easy, and then if I wanted to, I could start chipping away at a Yormantide Ignis with a pal that has poison. I caught one using a Cinnamoth, using its ability because it can poison the Yormantide every so often, and that will always do a fixed amount of damage, so you will chip him down eventually and then be able to capture him with these spheres that you get from Sakurajima. So I don't know how you feel about this, but I think if you have the skill and everything to be able to do this. I'm doing this with zero stamina, by the way. I don't have any stamina leveled. None of my pals are super special or anything like that. So now you can use this momentum to get all the way to Sakurajima if you want to at a very low level, and then start farming the piles of rubble and the purple chest and the regular chest for legendary and ultra spheres. Also, if you're lucky enough that a supply drops when you're in Sakurajima, it is going to be absolutely insane if you can get it without getting killed by the ninjas. So here I am, just continuing my trek around Sakurajima, showing you how useful the grapple gun can be. It's honestly way faster than any sort of flying mount. And then you have Direhowl as the backup whenever you don't have any more stamina. I usually play with infinite stamina, personally. Like, literally, I make it so the stamina reduction is 0.1. This game is completely normal, because I'm sure that's how a lot of people play, if not most of them. So I wanted to show you guys how it normally is. But yeah, you can go a lot further if you level up your stamina a lot more, or if you just have your stamina reduction on a different setting in the settings. So my stamina ran out there, gonna switch to Direhowl and get some quick momentum boost. If you're going downhill, as you can see right there, it's just absolutely insane. So here, as you can see, I don't really have any more downward momentum to get to, so I'm just going to launch myself off the top of Direhowl to get a little bit of extra height, and then I can use that momentum to gain the height with the hangyu. So there we get an Ultra Sphere. So it's very, very easy to get these high level spheres early game. if you know how to do it. You can move very, very quickly to the point where none of the pals will ever really be an issue for you. They don't really pose you any threat unless you get caught standing still for too long. The only thing I will say is you gotta watch out for the ninja guys. They will absolutely one-shot you. They have no mercy. They're very spooky. You can dodge to avoid their like slash, but it's just very sketchy. I would honestly avoid them. They will definitely kill you. So here we're just going to cross the river with the hangyu again, and I see that there's a checkpoint up there. Absolutely no problem. We're going to use the grappler trick up the mountain again, getting ourselves at an angle, looking away, and then using our hangyu to get some height, propelling ourselves to the top. Again, this takes some practice, but you can see the potential. You literally don't need a flying mount at all, and Direhowl is one of the very best mounts in the entire game, and you get him very, very, very early. I think like level 9 or something like that. So there's some more legendary spheres, and now we are safely back to our base without any hassle whatsoever. Very, very cool, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a little blurb showing you how good just a simple Direhowl and hangyu with a regular grappler can take you.